I'm here for a number of reasons. One is that I wanted to come out and go to the areas. I come out of local government. I spent a long time as a local government official, so I have such admiration for what happens on the ground in communities like this. And the local officials really understand the pulse of what's going on, and you have a sense of the needs of the people you represent. This is an area of high poverty, high unemployment, and high vulnerability to natural disasters. The road we just traveled on coming here was literally underwater for a long time. The power was shut down. And you go to a place like this and talk to the heroes who got people through this crisis, Hurricane Maria. And I came a few months after, right before the pandemic, because there were earthquakes on the other side of the island. So this island has been battered, and I've seen it firsthand. But what we also learned was the vulnerability. After this hurricane, power went down in some places for a solid year because they did not have the resiliency in their grid. That people lost their lives not because they were flooded out of their homes, but because they could not get life-saving medical services. You know, they couldn't get their insulin. They couldn't get what they needed for diabetes. They couldn't get the help they needed that was offered right here. This place did the best they could. We did an extraordinary job. But when we talk about the loss of life of 3,000 people, it did not happen on the first day. It happened over time when people were disconnected to services, literally because of the flooding and the fact that the power could not be kept on at so many places. So the brilliant people of this community said, never again. And the Hispanic Federation, bringing experts here, teamed up and said, why don't we do something that is visionary, that'll be transformative, and that's why we're standing not downstairs but on the roof of this facility to show not just the rest of the island, but indeed the state of New York, how we can make sure that people are never ever again vulnerable to the whims of Mother Nature when she comes crashing here, whether from the skies or from the shores, and creating the havoc that we saw. When you have solar panels that will allow you to no longer rely on a diesel-powered generator, which got you through last time, but the trucks couldn't bring the diesel here. It doesn't work if you can't bring the diesel on the trucks, and the cost of diesel is going up. This is how you build that energy independence that is so necessary so you can continue your life-saving work and support the 24,000 residents that you represent. Over 12,000 people are served here every year. Half of your population may have come through this facility. And what are they doing right now? They're getting vaccinated. 12,000 vaccines administered right here. And I am so proud of that. And that is one of the reasons why Puerto Rico has a higher than New York State rate of vaccination. I'm very competitive. I'm catching up with you, okay? I'll slow down a little bit, but I also saw that you're out there vaccinating children. And this is what we're able to do now. We'll trust you. They're going to come to you. Their parents are vaccinated. The children get vaccinated. We're starting to see the vitality that was missing for too long. Literally, I was here just weeks before the pandemic started, and the hotels still were not back from the earthquake and from Maria. We weren't there yet, and now we've had all this pent-up demand. People want to come back here. They want to be part of this beautiful island that so many came from and others are discovering for the first time. So we also want to help promote your tourism here as well.